guys, Lane here, and I am gonna put myself through the thought impossible. I have not got accepted into an art program for the second time, and since the beginning I swore that if I don't get in, I will strain myself the entire day following the results. Well, now that that is the case, and I take my promises seriously, I am going to have to do it. Our first order of business will be sprinting for an hour. It is midnight right now. I tried to sleep at 4 p.m. for 8 hours. I managed to sleep like 1.5 total. So this is going to be a living hell, but it's the long term that counts. I don't care how bad things get. I don't care if I am vomiting. I don't care if this has some lasting effects, because long term, it has to be better than how it was before. So I'll update you later. So as it turns out, I did care a little about how comfortable I was while running. There were times where I just flat out walked, but I mean, I was tested. I had milk like 2 hours prior, and I'm sure that added some well-needed difficulty. Regardless, it's going to be a little bit harder to indulge in pleasure when I am about to shower, or rather bathe, in freezing cold water. Yesterday, I went to the gas station and bought 2 ice bags. I've prepared my ice bath in advance. I am going to get into an ice bath second thing in the morning. Let's update you later. Well, I didn't really want kids anyway. Yeah, that was hell. I'm gonna have some pork chops really quick, and I mean like microwave them and then eat them with my bare hands. So see you afterwards. Alright, onwards, I am going to be working on World Beta. I am scripting the episodes beyond the original 3 pilot parts. Obviously, the series does not end with the 2018-19 conclusion. It's meant to go on to like 5 or 7 seasons. I'm meaning to prepare this a decade into the future, so see you later. Well, that didn't go as planned. I did admittedly get some work done, but my lack of sleep prior really caught up with me and I collapsed for like an hour and a half. But I am feeling better about this next period from 4 to 7. I am meant to be working on a video, and production for that has already been going kind of smoothly. So I'll catch up with you later. Okay, so at 7 I was actually supposed to study. At 8:50 I went to class where I did pay attention despite my ADHD. I did not get a lot of work on that video done, but I did get some work. I fell asleep. I collapsed earlier, but this time I just flat out fell asleep. I know that with all the times I have been hopeful and have been disappointed, this might not sound very sincere, but I actually would be surprised if this time I don't just work consistently. See you later. Okay, so far so good. I did get some animation done. I was asked to leave because there was another class going on, but right now I'm going to switch tactics to studying for an exam that I have in 2 hours, so wish me luck. Okay, that took longer than expected, but I feel pretty good about it. It was actually exactly like the exam review, which is a once-in-a-blue-moon phenomenon. I'm heading home now, and next I should be starting on artwork. Alright, now I'm working on presentations. Maybe I was not as hard on myself as I should have been, but I wouldn't say I am traumatized or anything like I thought this would be. But I'm certainly looking forward to the end of this, which is at midnight. Perhaps the fact that I'm willing to put myself through this at all is a good indicator that I could at least handle great hardship when it's required, and maybe it's not really required right now, even though I think so. Regardless, this might be the closest thing I have done to actually following the schedule to the dot, unless the next activity proves to beat that. So I will see you in 3 hours. We're finally at it. The last thing. I am going to continue animating the demon inside. I cannot wait until midnight comes. This is going to be the greatest midnight since completing 420 mode in Five Nights at Freddy's Midnight. I'll be more excited. To be honest, I feel it's not as stressful as I thought. Perhaps I have not been as hard on myself as I thought I would, but perhaps it's not as hard as I thought it would be. While I was working, it kind of occurred to me that I am really enjoying like this one part of something, and I had a thought. Wouldn't it be nice if I were to just focus on one thing rather than all of these at the same time? Quality over quantity. That's always been my mantra, and perhaps this is proof of its value. You know, I bet that if I were to do that, things would be more linear and a more notable effect would resonate. well, I'll meet you in the conclusion. I genuinely feel like I am turning inside out. This is a living hell. It's an absolute nightmare. This has got to be the longest 10 minutes of my life. So, an update. I've really taken the quality over quantity thing to heart. This summer, I'm planning to focus on my YouTube channel as much as I can. I've learned as a general rule that you should make the first step and try for the second step. That seems to be the hardest part. It's usually doing something that enables you to do something. So don't shy away in fear of screwing up, because it won't make you a failure, but rather expose your weaknesses. At least then the conversation changes from, how can I avoid failing, to, okay, I failed, what now? I've been going to bed and waking up earlier, limiting my leisure time, growing bolder as to make a step, trying to just better my mindset on a day-to-day basis, and even reading my Bible. Of course, at the end of the day, remember that it is your life, and the only hope you'll get at doing what you long for is if you actually go ahead and make the effort. And put all your attention to it, rather than a bunch of other side plots. I plan on seeing you some more this summer, but for now, good day.